So this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while regarding like the whole Onision and Eugenia situation. For those of you who don't really know about the situation, which I feel like everyone on the internet does, Onision is this guy who posts YouTube videos. He says she's too fucking skinny and she has retaliated by doing absolutely nothing, essentially. But there are tons of people backing her up, and I'm gonna have to say that I'm one of them. I don't know her personally. I do watch her on YouNow a lot. We follow each other on social media. Like, I've seen her YouTube videos and stuff. So I happen to know that she actually is a very decent human being, which is kind of hard to find on the internet these days. I have a few theories and a few things that I want to talk about. First of all, Onision claims in one of his most recent videos and in another video that he's doing all of this to help her, that this is somehow going to help her gain weight or become a better person. Just like all of these videos we're making to you, Onision, are somehow going to make you a better person, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. So how is you reaming her every day on Twitter and other social media going to help? Tell me this. I don't know. You always seem to have some sort of Google answer for everything. So in one of your videos, you Googled stupid, evidently, and claimed that she was stupid for not eating, essentially is what you are claiming / assuming. And then you go on to retweet a whole bunch of your followers saying how what she has done as just existing is somehow convincing them to not eat as well. So wouldn't that make your followers even stupider? I don't want to insult anyone's fan bases, so we're not going to go there. But while we're on the topic, you're idolized by a lot of little girls, dude. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you look up your statistics and try to prove it or not, a lot of little girls find you attractive and idolize you and watch your videos. And by little girls, I mean teenagers, because evidently some people don't know the definition that someone who's still 16, 17, 18 is a fucking teenager. So if you're in your late 20s or 30s, or even in your 20s at all, and you're fucking with a teenager, emotionally, physically, in any way, shape, or form, there is something fucking wrong with you. So of course, when their idol, or someone they idolize on the internet, posts a tweet saying, hey, you know, if you send me all of your stories about how Eugenia's triggered you, I'll retweet them. Of course they're gonna fucking send you a bunch of shit. How do you have any proof that half of that shit's even true, dude? Because you don't. I don't think you have any fucking proof that they're just not tweeting out their ass to get a retweet from Onision, or that they're actually triggered. So speaking of the subject of being triggered, Exhibit A. We're going to look at your Onision Speaks channel. The top 2 most viewed videos on that channel. One about Eugenia, and what do you know? The first fucking video is an extremely triggering tryptophobia video. And I can speak from experience because I've never watched that video, but I've talked about this in a live stream before. When you started posting that kind of shit is when I really started questioning your fucking motives. You knew that tryptophobia was going to trigger people. You know that those disgusting thumbnails and shit you used were going to trigger people and make them click on your fucking videos and give you money, correct? So you're going to sit here and have this be your whole fucking argument. She's triggering, I got all this proof. Okay, well, Exhibit fucking A, number 1 proof, your channel, the fucking best video on it is the most triggering fucking video I've seen in your entire existence on the internet. So what does that say? You mentally fucking know that triggering people gets views and gets money. You look at someone like Eugenia and go, wow, she's not like me. She doesn't have to be a fucking asshole, and somehow she's pulling views. It must be because she's triggering. That's what it is. But you're gonna say, oh no, I'm just here to help her, right? Like, this whole thing was just to help her. You've been on the internet for a while, and you've been through breakups, you've been through all kinds of shit, and are you gonna sit here and tell me that when people come at you and say stuff like, I hate you, you're disgusting, blah, 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 like, it doesn't slightly affect you? Well, maybe not, because you're a fucking psychopath, and evidently that kind of shit doesn't affect you. But someone like Eugenia, who is taking this much hate on the daily, you think that's gonna help? If I took that much hate, someone who doesn't have really any serious medical conditions or anything like that going on, I would stop eating. I would be so fucking anxious from all the fucking hate and stuff, I would stop fucking eating. You know what I mean? So what the fuck are you doing, dude? Do you really think that sending all this fucking hate, because you're like, I didn't send any hate? Yeah, but your little fucking minions, your little fangirls and stuff, they do the work for you. That's what a lot of people on the internet don't realize, is like, yeah, you didn't directly say anything. You didn't say, hey, fight this person, cause this problems, but your fangirls, they will. Your fan base, they will. Trust me, I've experienced this shit first fucking hand. Like, I'm telling you, you might not be saying it, but she's getting it. You just lit the fucking dynamite and threw it, got the fucking reaction you wanted, and then you walked away, dude. She's probably really upset about this. She's probably crying over this. This is probably affecting her daily life. And you're making comedy skits and shit like it never even happened the next fucking day. Like, well, whatever, I triggered a bunch of people, I got a bunch of people upset and mad. Because if you really are gonna say she's triggering, how many people have made videos on YouTube about, you know, their progression of having an eating disorder while following Eugenia? How many videos have you seen about that? How many fucking videos have you seen about how many people fucking hate you, dude? A lot. A lot of videos. So if you're gonna sit back and say she's more triggering than you got me fucked up, dude. So we are gonna move on to a little something else that also triggered me, Onision. Around the whole three-way relationship breakup thing you had, you went on a Twitter rampage about how fucking awful marijuana is. You went on a fucking rampage about how awful weed is and how everyone who smokes weed lives in the slums or some shit. Like, everyone who smokes weed lives in lower society. You just went off on a whole bunch of shit. I don't know. I'll have to probably look up the tweets and like put them in the video or something, just so you know I'm not blatantly lying. Because that's what you like to call people out on, right? Lies. Like, dude, seriously? You're lying to yourself every day. Like, you know that, right? Okay, whatever. I'm not your therapist. I'm just a person on the internet. Okay. So let's say hypothetically, this is where we're going to get into some hypothetical theories here. Just, you know, since I know you love to just really think about things, this whole her being skinny thing keeps you up at night. You need to have an answer. You need to have an explanation, right? Like, this whole thing just bottles down to that, where you don't know what's going on and it fucking bothers you and you need to have an answer, and you're not gonna stop till you get that Google fucking answer as to why she looks like this, okay? But once again, I'm gonna have to agree with everyone else on this. She doesn't fucking owe you jack shit. Whether it be a mental thing, a medical thing, a personal thing, whatever the fuck it is, she does not owe you an answer to that. She never made her channel about that. It's not a lifestyle channel. It's not an exposing channel. It's not, hey, this is my life. This is what I've gone through. She's never made any fucking videos like that. So do you think she owes you that? Especially a fucking asshole who's done nothing but make joke videos and stuff about her? No, dude. No, it's not a fucking comedy skit. It's not a joke. Whatever the fuck she's going through, it's not a fucking joke. Let's say someone pulled a Freely the Banana Girl type situation on Eugenia. Let's say now that she's in California, she got hooked up with a medical marijuana prescription. Because guess what? She is a very good candidate for that. She is, you know, noticeably underweight. Guess what? I can get a prescription for being underweight. And by your fucking standards of what the right size is, I think you said 130, 140. Bro, I'm probably, I think, 116, maybe 120 max. By the way, I am 5'6", I have a normal size, around 116 pounds. So I guess by your standards, I am very, very underweight, but little do you know, I actually am a pretty athletic person, so I'm probably 10 times more in shape than you, and I'm also a vegetarian who doesn't eat eggs or milk. So I'm practically a vegan. So that just shits on any theories that you're about to say right now, so let me continue with the video. So back to my theory. What if Eugenia started like not telling anyone, but under the table using medical marijuana, either smoking it, eating edibles, like doing the wax, doing even the pills, the drops, whatever. Let's just say she somehow started doing that, but didn't tell anyone, and you started seeing weight progression on her. And then eventually someday she comes out and goes, you know, I actually started using marijuana and that's why I gained a bunch of weight. How fucking stupid would you feel? Because technically that's its purpose, right? It's a medicine. It helps with, you know, sleeping disorders, it helps with anxiety, and it helps with eating disorders. So that whole fucking rampage you went off on Twitter, insulting, you know, your ex-girlfriend or whatever the hell that was. I'm not belittling the situation. I just genuinely don't fucking know. Like, or, you know, insulting pretty much everyone who uses medical marijuana, which Michael Phelps, I mean, that also shits on your fucking theory of all stoners being like losers, like who just live in the slums and shit. I'm sure Michael Phelps has a lot more fucking money than you. I'm sure he rips a lot of fucking weed, dude, every fucking day when he's eating all those calories for his swimming, and he still outswimmed everyone, probably high off his ass. Let's say, yeah, she somehow gains like 20 more pounds or something, whatever would make you happier. And you go, oh yeah, that was me, that was all my harassing. And she comes out and says, oh, it was actually medical marijuana. Yeah, I bet you would feel really fucking stupid. So let's go to the next theory. This is actually a darker, sadder theory that I hope isn't true, but if it is, that would also make you feel like a fucking asshole. So let's say she was born with something. There's so many different things people can be born with. I was also explaining this in a You Now broadcast where there's actually a girl who's famous on Instagram. I'm gonna try to find her account, but she like openly has like something wrong with her stomach. There's so many things that could be wrong. Like there could be something wrong with her throat. There could be something enabling her to get nutrients like the rest of us. What if she actually does have to like have like a feeding tube or something like through her nose? You know what I mean? Like, what if there is something like that going on and she doesn't want to come out and say it because she feels like it will change everyone's view about her? They'll be like, oh yeah, that's that girl that like has like that, you know, feeding tube or something. Like, no one wants to be known as that. Like, maybe in her mind she would rather be known as someone with an eating disorder than what could actually medically be wrong. Did that ever seem to cross your mind for a second, dude? You would feel like a fucking asshole. But once again, this goes along the lines of, it's not your business and it's not your fucking problem, whether it is something mentally or something that is extremely physically. She does not owe it to you to fucking tell you. Like, she never made that like known on her channel as something that needed to be talked about. Correct? So before you point your finger at someone else, you need to realize that your own videos, your thumbnails, your content has triggered way more fucking people than any of her live streams or anything has triggered. Don't sit here and act like you haven't gotten pictures from your fans like, oh, I used to cut myself, blah, 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 or I cut myself and sent you pictures, and then you proceed to make videos where the thumbnail is people with a bunch of cuts on themselves. You yourself triggers your own fan base half the time just for fun, because you get off on it. Obviously you have, control issues, which I think this should be for like a whole nother video, a whole nother time if we really want to go there. You make girls shave their heads, you drive them nuts, like you like to be in control of every situation, and the fact that you don't have control over what she's doing with her life or the situation, and you don't know what's going on, it bothers you. And it bothers you to the point where you've gotten the whole fucking internet involved now, dude. So, I know making this video isn't gonna make you stop, like, pulling your ad revenue from YouTube. Like, you're still gonna trigger, you're still gonna, do shit like that because you think it's funny. Like, this whole thing is an act. This whole thing is a trigger. She had a huge fan base that really cared about her. And you're like, oh, if I make these videos, they're going to get pissed the fuck off. And they're all going to come here, but then they're going to listen to me because I'm the voice of reason, right? Look in third person for a second at all your content on the internet and be like, oh my God. Like, I am a triggering asshole. You know what I mean? Like, that's my existence. I'm a triggering asshole. So I think you're so self-conscious about that you're projecting it on other people. I don't know. Now I'm just trying to be your therapist. But I think I'm going to end the video here. Follow my links down below because I'm a YouNower. Everyone's been promoting their YouNow, but that's kind of like, I guess, my main thing. All that's in this description, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you like this video. I don't know if Eugenia is going to watch this. I don't know if Onision's going to watch this, but I just had to say my opinion on the situation. So, that is it.